Good afternoon. I'm Bruce Youngblood of PensionSolutionsCanada.com, and I'm here to talk to Ford Motors retirees today. You're retiring, you get your pension papers, and you have three options, plus one, as I'll explain. Anyway, the overview is, of course, the option that retirees have taken for decades, and that is the company pension. You take the company pension, you retire this month, it starts next month. It pays you until you die. There's a reduction at 65. And then your spouse or partner takes over, and that's a spousal continuation. And on the second death, nice term, the pension stops. So it does not go on to your kids. There's no estate value. There's no tail end payment. Company pension pays until you've both died, and then that stops. Second option, as shown on your pension documents, is called a commuted value. Commuted value is the lump sum of money needed to pay your pension for life. So your employer tucks that aside and pays out of that fund. That's the commuted value. Or the option that's offered to you is that you take that money and then pay yourself the pension. So we'll dig into that. That's the commuted value. Third option that's allowed is what's called a copycat pension. Copycat pension, CRA demand that it be paid identically to your company pension, except instead of being paid by your company, you're paid by a Canadian insurance company. So there's the three, and the plus one is fairly rare. Ford allow you to defer your pension. So we'll have a look at those three plus one. So first of all, as I said, the company pension pays you until you die, and then your spouse has a spousal continuation, no estate value. Okay, option number two is the commuted value, and commuted value is a big number. So it might be 750,000, might be $1 million, often more than $1 million. It is the capital to pay the pension, and you move that to yourself. You take it, and then manage it. And that's the business that we're in. We manage that money, that pension money, for retirees. And then you draw a pension when you wish, as you wish. Additionally, the commuted value allows you an estate value. So if you don't spend it all, then that money is yours. It does go to your spouse or partner or kids. Okay. The enemy to the commuted value is you. Don't spend it. Don't go out and buy a brand new truck. Okay. It's to pay your pension, and you want to draw on it, until you're dead. Of course, you do have the flexibility to turn the tap on or off, up or down. One major hurdle to taking the commuted value is the amount of tax that you're hit with. It's because of a piece of legislation called maximum transfer value, and it limits the amount of money that can come out of a pension tax sheltered. It's absurd, but it's a reality. So we have to look at that. So you get a hold of me, and we'll have a look at your documents and have a look at what tax would be payable. Okay. So you might do that. Why would you take the commuted value? Well, let's say you're a professional, you're a millwright or an electrician or an accountant, and you say, you know what, I'm not going to retire at 57. I'm still good. I'm going to keep working. So you work, that pays your lifestyle, and you let the money grow in the investments. Okay. So that's the commuted value. The third, because there's a commuted value available, you can steer it to a Canadian insurance company and receive a pension. Some people say to me, Bruce, I don't want that stock market risk. I don't want to take a commuted value. But my company, maybe I'm not sure they're going to be there for my 80th birthday. So intact, let's move the money to a Canadian insurance company. Let's pick on Canada Life. So Canada Life get a big check from your employer, and they take the responsibility of paying the pension to you, to the cent, as long as you live, and then spousal rollover, spousal continuation, your spouse or partner gets the rest. Now, the same as the company pension, there's no estate value. Anyway, why do people do this? Well, reason number one is they'd rather draw from a Canadian insurance company than from an auto company or a small manufacturer. Number two, there's often a cash surplus. Might be $5,000, might be $25,000. I've seen up to $72,000 cash surplus because the company actuary does their calculation and writes it down. That's your statement. Then the Canada Life actuary says, oh, wait a minute, we don't need that much capital. So here, keep 50,000 of it. Anyway, that's something that is dynamic, changes day to day, and we need to submit for quotations and on an individual basis and see whether there's cash surplus to you. Okay. So lastly, so there's the three. So lastly is the +1, the deferred, and look at your documents. If you take the pension right now, it's a certain amount of money, say $5,000 a month. If you delay it, you could delay it 6 months. You may be able to delay it to age 60 or 65. Let's see what the math looks like. See if it makes sense. Because the pension has your money, grows a bit, they pay you out a bit more. And that works if you're, I'm going to work another 6 months. I'm going to work another couple of years somewhere else, something I like doing. Okay. So there you have it. Bruce Youngblood, PensionSolutionsCanada.com. Go on this website and book a 15-minute, you'll see the pop-up of my face, and book a 15-minute free Zoom call. What are we going to talk about? You. So go on the website, book an appointment. Thanks for watching. Bruce Youngblood, PensionSolutionsCanada.com.